So it's a beautiful day here in Helsinki today. It's the perfect start of autumn day. The leaves are just starting to change and a little fall off. Beautiful colours everywhere. The sun is out. I'm in just a t-shirt and shorts.
But that means nothing. You will have shorts in December still.
That's true. So today's video is in collaboration with Helsingin and kaupungin, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to take you guys around Helsinki and tell you a little bit about my favourite things about the city.
That sounds like a fun video, Dave. Let's go.
Alright, so the first thing on my list is the fact that there is always something going on here in Helsinki. For example, there are cultural centres all over the city, and in fact Helsingin and kaupungin have actually challenged Kat and I to go and check one of these out called Malmitalo. We're going to go over there and see a band called Baskeri, a Swedish band, and I haven't told you this, but they describe their music, they describe themselves as the queens of banjo punk.
Banjo punk?
Yeah. I mean,
wow, I don't know what to expect.
No, but count me in.
That's very cool.
We just realised we're walking the wrong way. So this event is actually on the 26th of September, so that's next Wednesday. We're going to go over there to Malmitalo and check this band out. But if banjo punk sounds like something you're into, I'll leave links to the tickets below. Come check it out.
And we'll see you there.
And we'll see you there. Now, I've been told that this Malmitalo is a perfect venue to have concerts and stuff, so I'm really excited to go and check that out next week. But there isn't just music happening at these cultural centres. There's all kinds of things like workshops, exhibition, children's shows, theatres, movies, all kinds of stuff. There's something for everybody at these places. So I'll leave some links below to these cultural centres. So if you're in Helsinki, you should definitely go and check them out. Alright, so this next one might sound a little bit weird and a little bit, I don't know, lame, but since we used to live in London, this is actually a really big deal, and that is the fact that public transport just seems to work here in Helsinki. And if you're like Kat and I, who don't own a car, having a good public transport service is really important because we rely on it a lot. Now, there are all kinds of public transport here in Helsinki. There's the metro, there's buses, but my favourite is definitely by far the tram. Now, the metro may be a little bit quicker, but I think it's a nicer experience to go on the tram because you can see out, you can see Helsinki as you go through it, whereas the metro is just underground and you get from point A to point B, but you don't get to see much, so I really like the tram. But if it is a beautiful day like it is today, maybe you don't want to be stuck on public transport, getting to wherever you're going. Maybe you're going to see a show at one of the cultural centres that we have here in Helsinki. If you don't want to be stuck on public transport, I would then recommend my next favourite thing, not Kat, although she is one of my favourite things about Finland in general, but no, the city bikes here in Helsinki. I take these at every single opportunity that I can because it's just such a nice way to get out, get some fresh air, see the city a little bit, and also get a little bit of exercise whilst you're at it. So why don't we take a little ride now? Now, having these great city bikes isn't much use if you don't have anywhere to ride them. And that is why my next thing is the fact that there are so many bike lanes, bike paths, whatever you want to call them, throughout the city. In fact, I think I read somewhere that there are over 1,000 kilometers of cycle paths here in Helsinki. Sorry, it's so windy today. Which basically means anywhere that you need to go in the city, you should be able to get there by bike. So some of you may have noticed that we've kind of stayed in one area, walking around, talking to you guys, and in actual fact, this is my favorite area in the whole of Helsinki. My favorite area.
You're a giant nerd.
So yeah, we've been walking around Eira, which is by far my favorite place in Helsinki. I know it is very fancy, very expensive place to live at least, but
look how pretty.
It's super pretty, and it doesn't cost anything to walk here.
That's true.
That's always good. But the things I love most about Eira is that it's by the sea, so you get this nice ocean scenery, and also I think maybe what's my favorite thing about this place is the architecture and the fact you have these beautiful colors, old buildings, and you just, I don't know, there's just this feeling that you get here, like
so
cozy.
Cozy, yeah, exactly. It's really cozy, and especially now in the, I was going to say summertime, but like when the trees are still somewhat green, it's so lush as well. I think.
But generally, it's just a beautiful place to be, a nice place to walk around. Maybe even a little bit nicer later on in the fall when the leaves start to change. We're so going to be walking around here.
Oh, we so are.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting kind of hungry.
I'm starving.
Good. So I think we're going to take a little trip to one of my favorite restaurants in Helsinki. And it's my treat because you've helped me film this video.
Aw, are we biking?
Let's bike.
Let's do it.
When in Helsinki. So now we are outside one of my favorite restaurants in all of Helsinki, which is this place called Holiday. Now this is one of my favorite restaurants. One, because of the food, it actually has quite healthy food, but also because of the setting, because it's kind of out on this island-ish type thing called Katajanokka, and it has water all around it, and in every direction you've got the harbour, and it's just a beautiful place to be. Right now, I'm mostly interested in the food because I'm starving. So a little bit of a pro tip with that restaurant: if you come to Helsinki and you check out one of the cultural houses which is just nearby here called Savoy Teatteri, you can actually just walk over to the holiday restaurant afterwards and get yourself a nice poke bowl like I did today. I was just talking about the Savoy Teatteri, just like a street down. But don't you have like a claim to fame?
I mean, I have some experience at the Savoy, if that's what you mean.
Have you trod the boards? What is it? How did they say it?
I don't know, but I have performed there, yes.
What did you do?
I was in a play in The Importance of Being Earnest, and we played it there.
Who did you play?
Cecily Cardew. Like
no big deal. At least sounds like a big role.
It was.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you get a last name, then it's a big deal.
Oh, okay. Not woman one.
No.
Now I could go on and on about my favorite things about Helsinki. So I'm going to, just for a couple more. And by the way, guys, your task is, if you have ever been to Helsinki, maybe you live in Helsinki, let me know what your favorite things are about the city in the comments below. But my next thing is how international Helsinki is. Like on my Finnish language course that I'm taking at the moment, there are people from all over the planet: Nepal, China, Italy, Spain, England. And even at the restaurant we went to, the language that they greet you in is in English, mainly because I think it's an international staff that they have there. Also things like the Helsingin kaupungin website and the Malmintalo website, for example, all have English or Swedish translations, which honestly just makes my life as a foreigner living in Finland so much easier. As much as I'd love to know Finnish, sometimes it is just easier to click ing. I think being international is really, really important, especially for a capital city, because it means people want to come and visit, tourism gets boosted, and businesses can come and do their stuff here. So I think it's really, really great. Now I've had a few people ask me, Dave, what did your family think of Helsinki when they came here to visit? And literally the first thing both my brother, my dad, and two of my friends said was that they were surprised how clean the city was. And actually, thinking back, that was one of my first impressions about Helsinki. And now I kind of take it for granted, but I actually stopped and looked around when we went out just now, and it is so clean. It's almost like little pixies fly around and, you know, pick up all the trash. Now, of course, I know the sanitation department probably works very well, but actually I don't see people littering that much like you do in London, for example. Someone will have something from the bakery, they'll eat it and just be like, oh, there's a bin just there, but that's too far, even though I'm walking in that direction. And that is something I notice because it bothers me so much in London. Maybe it's the mindset of the people as well as the good sanitation department. But I just think it's interesting that my family noticed that as well as myself. So it must be a thing. How many things is that now? Like 8 or 9? I think that's good. But you know what? I have so much more to say about Helsinki, so there's definitely going to be another video just like this coming up in the future, I think. But anyway, before I go, guys, I just want to remind you about the event coming up next week at Malmintalo. It's the Baskeri event, which Kat and I will be both at. We're going to check out this banjo punk band. And I can't wait. I think it's going to be really, really fun. So the show starts at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, the 26th of September, and I think that Kat and I will be getting there with the train. We're going to jump on the I or the K train from Helsinki city centre, and that takes you straight over to Malmitalo. And yeah, it's as easy as that to get there. But once again, links to tickets to that event and to Malmintalo and all the other cultural houses here in Helsinki will be in the description below. Please go check it out because there's honestly something for everybody. There's even some things which are free of charge to get into, which is always a jackpot, so definitely go check those out in the description below. But yeah, that is about it from me today, guys. Don't forget to let me know what your favorite thing about Helsinki is, also in the comments below. The comment section to this video can be like a really good hub of places to visit, things to do, places to eat, and that kind of stuff. And for me as well, I'd love to go check out your favorite things about Helsinki. Who knows, maybe it'll make it into the next video in this little series. Yeah, that is about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Give a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.